Hey guys, so today I thought I'd do a video on what alcohol addiction really feels like. Now obviously this is going to be subjective and different depending on your experience, I guess, within alcohol addiction. For me, I can say it felt like being trapped in a cycle that consumed every part of my life, basically. I can't really pinpoint when it became an issue, but it definitely began subtly. You know, it was a drink with my mates on the weekends, drinks on birthdays, drinks on special nights at the pub, that sort of thing. But over time it became something I had to lean on, and not for joy, but just to feel normal in my day-to-day life, to fill some sort of void and to drown out a lot of pain and anxiety that I had. For me, alcohol addiction was a battle between knowing that it was destroying me and feeling absolutely powerless to stop it. I would feel guilt for the hurt that I was causing others, for the promises I would break, and for the version of myself that I lost sight of. And yet that powerful urge I had to drink overrid it all. Even though I had all the best intentions, that urge to drink would overtake everything. It was like my cravings for it were not just visceral or psychological. You know, it was like my body was demanding it, and my mind at the time was just so weak that it just followed suit. Life became a complete blur of broken routines, fractured relationships, and every now and then moments of clarity. I would look in the mirror and not recognize the person that was staring back at me. I hated myself for the weakness, but the drink felt like the only escape, even though I knew it was dragging me deeper and deeper into darkness. I mean, we spoke about it in previous videos, but there was also the physical consequences of it all. My tremors, headaches, nausea, symptoms of withdrawal that, you know, that would scare you into returning to the bottle, but you would still do it, which is mad. The world around me just felt distant, like I was moving through it, but I wasn't really part of it. I would always tell myself, I remember, that I could stop any time. It'd be okay. I'll quit next week. I'll quit next week. I'd make all these bargaining statements to myself. You know, just one more drink, or I'll quit tomorrow, or I'll quit next week. But tomorrow always kept moving further away. And then there's the isolation of it all. The isolation that addiction brings. For starters, you push people away. Either you fear judgment or pity, but you desperately also want someone to understand. So, yeah, it's a bit of a weird one. The shame of it keeps you silent, Even if you really want help, you never really reach out. And deep down, you know you can't face it alone, but if you admit it, you know, that feels like surrender. But as I always say, you know, recovery is possible, but it is a climb, and it's bloody exhausting sometimes, and it's full of setbacks. The first step is always the hardest, and that's, you know, acknowledging the depth of your struggle and finding the courage to seek help. But that is where hope begins. So for me, alcohol addiction was a relentless storm for many years. But every storm passes, and what I'm left with now is a strength I didn't know I had. And the chance to rebuild, and a chance to rebuild a life worth living, which hopefully I'm doing now to the best of my ability. Thanks for listening to another video. Like and subscribe. Take care, guys.